Hello, streaming to you live. I'm Gordon with Unlock Your Bioenergy. Today is Monday, March 30th, 2026. And today I want to talk about what improves mental focus and clarity. And I have some examples that I'm going to present to you today to support what I believe improves mental focus and clarity because I'm seeing the results. And these are my own personal results, and I think they're of value to help prove to you that what I am saying indeed works. So, and then after, when I talk about that stuff, I'm going to do today's workout, Move It Monday. So, the subject of what improves mental focus and clarity. Some examples: reaction time, speed and coordination, mind-muscle connection. These are results of improved mental focus and clarity. And I say this because this puzzle game that I play on LinkedIn, this is my score from this morning. And I've shown live what happens. And you can see that my score is 10 seconds and the average was 17. So I'm almost 50% faster than most people. And am I bragging or no? I'm just basically saying that when you implement things that are beneficial for mental clarity and focus, are you going to reap the benefits? I'm asking this question. Is having mental focus and clarity a gift? This is the comment that I wrote on this actual puzzle, entry 378. Or is having mental clarity and focus something different? There's lots of discussion as to what people think it is and how many act on it. There is an old saying, you are what you eat, when it comes to fitness. But what about the mind? Is there something that one can do to improve mental clarity and focus? There is, but one must be willing to do something about it. The option can fit into your lifestyle, and it unlocks more than just what is mentioned above. And if you prefer simple and cost-effective, I've got you covered as well. Unlock your bioenergy with what I call the best. It continues to prove its value in gold and silver, but weighs a lot less. And if weight is what you also need to cut, it can help with that too. I don't like to cut corners when it comes to health and longevity, as the body can have a mind of its own, and it does. Stay ahead of it, much like the average score in today's puzzle that I got. I beat it again even though I had one backtrack. But I'm also fairly certain that most CEOs can't score what I score in the fitness stress testing. Hashtag 217 beats per minute on LinkedIn. And I do this at my current age of 49. So am I trying to brag? No, I'm just trying to show you what's possible when you put your mind to things. Why light therapy is incredible for athletes. Endogenous versus exogenous. Those are two different things. Light therapy boosts cellular energy, ATP. More ATP equals more cellular energy, and ATP equals better performance and recovery. Faster recovery between workouts. Light reduces inflammation and accelerates healing from tough training. Isn't that interesting? Because I think I'm really seeing that. And I pointed it out this past Saturday when I did the fitness stress testing. I did the test 3 times with 3 different ropes. The first rope wasn't as successful. I didn't reach it. The second rope, I did moderately okay. I basically 30 seconds or something like that. And then the third attempt was with the rope master, and I killed it. So, is there differences between the different ropes? Sure is. One of those differences is weight. But I still have to have the mental clarity and the speed and the coordination to be able to do it. And I did it. So going forward, I think what I'm going to do is continue trying the different ropes to show that, your equipment can indirectly or directly influence how your results go. One, and sometimes there's a variety of different reasons. But also to prove to you that that I've got it in the tank, that I'm actually able to recover between different sessions of training. And it shows here when I'm doing even the Feel It Friday workout. This past Friday, was that on March, what day was it? Today's the 30th. On the 27th, March 27th, I did the card workout. There's the cards right there on the box. And one thing I noticed in particular was, I'm going to show you the results. So I said the 27th, which was Friday, which is this day. Okay. See, this is a date stamp. I'm going to show you. March 27th, 2026. One thing I noticed in particular is my heart rate, the recovery. And this has been progressively changing, more so that my heart rate is recovering faster in the second round. And you can see the mountain looks like a mountain, right? You see the peaks in the mountain? And this has been a change now over the past 6 weeks since I started wearing the X49, which was back on February 16th. So we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is entering the 6th week now. And the results are starting to show more so every week. And is it a good thing that this here, the X49, is doing? I think so. I really do. And I don't like paying for things that don't do something. It's like, if you're going to pay your neighbor to shovel your sidewalk, shovel the snow off your sidewalk, they don't do it, you stop paying them, right? Simple. But if they keep doing it, you'll keep paying them. So does this keep doing something? Sure does. It's doing something. As is the X39. I'm reaping the benefits of mental clarity and focus. It's showing in the puzzle that I'm participating in on LinkedIn. Another thing here I want to bring up. 7 rules for men and women over the age of 40. Because I'm going to be 50 this year in September. The big 5-0. No, and I'm not doing these how would you say, symbols for, these, you know what I'm talking about if you're following. Number 1, your focus in the gym is injury prevention first, results second. I don't like going to the gym if I'm not going to get results. Who goes to the gym if you're not going to get results? But there's one thing to be doing exercises safely. This is why I like using the vibration plate, because it increases the time under tension when I'm applying the resistance and making the muscle feel something. And when you can do that safely, but with progressive overload over time, as I've been showing you week in and week out, you get the results. Now, because using proper form is more important than the weight you're lifting. It's true. You want the muscle within its range of movement to make sure that it's doing something, that it's being activated at very minute levels, to create those muscle fiber tears inside, to build strength, to build resilience. Stick with the same workouts for 8 to 16 weeks while using progressive overload to make gains in the gym. Have I not been doing the same for 16 weeks? Maybe it's time for me to show you what kind of results I'm getting. Eat a nutrient-dense diet or nutrition aiming at 0.8 grams of protein per pound of body weight to build muscle. That's an interesting statement, because I can guarantee you 0.8 grams times my average weight right now is around 175 is 140 grams of protein a day. I can guarantee you I'm not eating that much, because I can't. But what I can guarantee you is that I'm drinking the cleanest and most absorbable water and combining that with the proper salts to make sure that my digestive system is functioning at its optimal level. So when I'm eating proteins, they get processed very effectively. And does that correlate into better absorption or processing of amino acids? I talked about it last week. I got the whiteboard out and I was drawing, talking about these things because they are important. This does not work if you do not have the 3 amino acids floating in your body. It doesn't work. This does not work if you don't have those 3 amino acids floating in your body, which are different. So how do you ensure that you are getting the most bang for your buck? One of them is consistency. Consistency is boring, but it delivers results. But as long as you're consistent also with your food choices and with things that actually work together to produce the results, because the body's a master at compensating for things. Always has, and it always will be. It will never change. So make sure you're fueling your body with what's important. Do everything you can to get the hours of sleep you need while enhancing the quality of your sleep. One way you can increase the quality of your sleep, if you are a parent, you know that if the kids aren't running around, they aren't sleeping well. They wake you up in the middle of the night. So it's important for kids to be active. What about adults? You hear people saying, "Oh, I can't sleep at night. I can't sleep." Well, how active are you? Oh, I sit in a chair all day doing my work. Then I get into my car and I drive home. Or I get into the bus and I sit. How many of you get onto a bicycle and ride home from work? How many of you have ever done it? Probably not many. I did it. To and from work. Does it make you tired, sleep better at night? Sure does. Do you burn more calories because of it? Yeah. And I was even going to the gym at lunchtime on top of that. 18 kilometers one way to work and 18 kilometers home. And going home, it was the hill climb at the end. It wasn't as pleasant going to work. Going home was worse. But I did it. Would I do it again? Sure. Number 6 here says, leave your ego at the gym door and focus on smooth reps in the gym. Good point. Never use age as an excuse. Unless you were a pro athlete, you can still make gains in the gym after 40. Well, I've never been a pro athlete, but I'll tell you, I'm still making gains in the gym. See, I haven't flexed. I haven't done any reps thus far, and I still have it. You know. Do I need to lose 20 pounds before summer? No. I can lose maybe a pound or two percentage of body fat. I'm good with that. But that's easy to do. Can you do it? You can. Click on the links and get yourself a lymphatic system trigger or fat loss controller helper. It's called a skipping rope. And skip with me 6 days a week. Now if you're getting, let's say, muscle cramps in the calf muscle when you're skipping, then that's telling me you're low in magnesium. You need to fix that. Magnesium comes from good salts. Pinch of salt, like I said. I like Redmond real salt. I like Celtic sea salt. Baja Gold salt. You want one with the most minerals you can find. When Barbara O'Neill talks about, 82 minerals in Celtic sea salt, it's for a reason. Because it does help the body. And I'll tell you, having the salt and the water, makes me go like a kangaroo, bunny rabbit, however you want to call it, cheetah, lion. I can skip with the best of them. I'm not anybody special. I'm just doing my thing. Nobody tells me to come down to this basement here and says, Gordon, you need to exercise today. No. I do it myself because I want to. It feels good, and when it feels good, you keep with it. It's a good thing. So, with that, Move It Monday, improve your mental focus, experience the benefits as you see on the screen. Today's topic was mental clarity. Scan the QR code or click on the links in the description. It'll take you to where you can make your purchase. And your support would be greatly appreciated, because I do this for free. Motivating you and also backing up what I say, because it's important. And if you want to look at previous episodes, this changed on me here. I didn't want that. That was the topic. Gastric juices is what I talked about last week. So here you can watch the episode that I did this past weekend. Are you thinking about peptides? That was the subject. And in there I've got the timestamps where you can watch. This was the first attempt. There we go. Of the fitness stress test. This one I was short a little bit. And when I look at the log that I created, or updated, should I say. The first attempt was, I finished at 91.2%, so it's 228 skips out of the 250. And it was quite the test. Second test, I did only 30%, and that was with a different rope. That was with the beaded one I thought I would try. And the last test that I did was I finished the 288 skips consecutively before I tripped, and I got the 250 in 67 seconds. So that was with the rope master. And it just goes to show that your equipment can affect how you perform, which I'm okay with, and I share that with you live here. So, and I'm not afraid to do it. And I will continue doing that to prove to you that I am as real as a heart attack. And I always will be. Until the day comes where, Mr. Almighty says it's time. But when that day comes, it'll come. But it's not here yet. I think I'm going to be around a while. So, with that, let's get on with today's drill. So I've got here, just going to turn on the heart rate monitor. So you'll see here that it is indeed me that's putting in the work. So I'm going to start with the 9-minute warm-up. I just realized that the metronome is not showing, so I'm just going to adjust that here momentarily, and I apologize for my lack of being prepared. So today's workout is going to be pull exercises after the warm-up. There we go. All right. Oops. Wrong click. So you can see where my heart rate was. Pretty relaxed as you speak. And I'm going to set the tempo for, of course, later. Like, seriously? I guess I have to do this update thing. There we go. Okay. Now it's working. I will set it at 144 today, I think. That'll be the tempo. And let's begin. I think what I might do to spice things up a little bit is to add a little bit of variation to this section of the warm-up, as opposed to just doing straight 6.5 minutes of non-stop straight skips. I think what I will do is make it a little bit more interesting, have different variations. And adding the tempo will keep me on pace or on have a structured type of warm-up. So we're doing some double unders. All right, so 5 seconds. There we go. Ouch. Really? Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm going to use the wall today to start with the pull-up variation I'm going to do for the lats. So the back. I'm going to change the tempo down to 60 beats per minute. And then I'm going to start with doing the dead hang. So at the end of 2 minutes, and I'll use the metronome as the method of counting the duration of the hang. So this goes. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 seconds, 9. So every 4 is, so basically it's a measure 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All right. It's about a minute worth of hanging with the addition of doing the actual pull-up itself. So, feels good. Now I'm going to switch to doing pull-ups with the, what's going on here? Oh, my heart rate monitor is dying, I think. Or one or the other. I didn't charge it yesterday. Probably should have. Oh goodness, really? Okay. So wow. I'm going to switch to so I'm just leaning down towards the bands and using the vibration to help activate the lats. You can weave them out like this, switch between an iron cross. If you attach them to the elbows, then it takes the bicep out of this exercise. So in a roundabout way, this is kind of like an iron cross. I'm going to increase the intensity here by putting this here just a little bit more stretch on the lats, especially at the top. Do an explosive rep. Alright, so now I'm going to switch to doing a chin-up version of this. So I'm going to, instead of crossing them, Yes, my heart rate monitor is definitely needs to be charged, I think. So now I'm focusing on the range of movement. So here, kind of like I'm doing a cable pull down like this. But with the bands attached at my elbows. So here, I'm basically almost touching the plywood with my hands. It's almost, I'm about a hand's width apart, or the length of my total length of my fingers, kind of thing. And I'm pressing down with my elbows and squeezing the lat. It's like a cable pull down. Kind of like I'm smashing my elbow down towards my knee. And I'm holding it. You gotta stiffen up the core and the shoulder blades. An explosive rep now. An explosive again. Explosives. Alright. Next one I'm going to switch to doing a row. So I change, probably don't need to change this position. You can keep it at a higher position, like this. You just lean back, like this, and then squeeze it. So you don't have to change much. So here I am stiffening. You gotta tighten the core. Wow, I can feel the bicep getting involved. You can go a little bit wider, elbows. Rotate them, wave them. we have a stretch, full stretch. Feels good. Next up is iron cross. So that's where I've got the band set up here. Somewhere there. So wow. I'm using this is the blue band, so the 13-pound band. Certainly feels a lot less resistance here attached to the elbows. It focused more on it takes the forearm out. I definitely have a lot more strength holding it this way, and then I can switch to holding it this. So incorporating the chin-up movement. Now I'm going to switch back to the holding from certainly harder. Wow. Okay. Wow, feels good. Next up is going to be stretched bicep curls. So I'm going to take the red bands behind me. attaching one red band at the top of the anchor point here. And then the second band here is going to be kind of at the height of my stomach. So having the two together is going to create a stretched position, and I'm going to hold the band like this behind and curl it that way. So it's kind of like doing a pelican lift like you would see in calisthenics. So by moving the vibration plate away from the wall, that means I have good starting resistance here, and curling it like this. Alright, then let's begin. And then the next variation, I'm going to switch to doing a preacher curl. So doing more from a non-stretched position. So here, so I'm doing a straight bar version of this. Keep your elbows pointed behind. Keep that stretch on the bicep. Can tilt the arms out a little bit like that. You can see how I'm moving them, rotating them out a little bit. Keeping my legs kind of locked, so that way the vibration travels all the way up to my shoulder blades. I'm just going to change the way I'm holding the ankle straps behind me to change it more to a supinated curl. To add another dynamic Alright. Next up, I'm going to switch to changing the position of this top band. I'm going to put it more towards the bottom now. So, because I'm going to be in a preacher curl position, I want to just have a little bit of tension from the bottom. Not a lot, but enough where I get the stretch. So having the first exercise here, I had the anchor, the top anchor is providing stretch here. So activating that stretch. And what I'm going to do here is actually change the position of this guy one higher. realize. Okay, so by doing this here, okay, now what I'm going to do is raise the height of the vibration plate, because I'm going to sit on this exercise ball, and I can use a towel to rest my that's where my knees are going to go, or that's how my elbows are going to be, like this, and I'm going to curl it like that while sitting on the vibration plate. And since the vibration plate is raised off the ground, it's going to be parallel with the it's going to match the height of this here, which is what I want. So I need to move back just a little bit more. There we go. Slightly more. Okay. I had to adjust the distance that my vibration plate is from the wall. Alright, so straight bar curl, preacher style. So here I'm focusing on the peak, the bicep, and with the vibration, providing a lot of extra movement for the muscle within that range of movement. I can roll back a little bit. It's good. I can add some pronation. And this vibration just provides enough stimulus where change to more of a pronated type. Or this is supinated, should I say. Now I'm rotating between the supination while holding, wow, the breacher. I'm going to switch to a pronated now. Feels good. Very good today. So, today's workout, you can see my heart rate monitor is actually turned off. You can see, stopped. So, my observation of it running out of power, yes, silly me, I didn't plug it in. So, today's date stamp, March 30th, 2026. Starting time was at 1:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Maximum heart rate hit that I hit today was only 148. So quite good. And then obviously here at the very end when my heart rate monitor stopped working, so my bad for not charging it, but it will be ready. It will be charged for tomorrow because I won't forget about doing that today. And tomorrow will be push exercises. So if you enjoyed today's session, show a thumbs up, click on the links, show your support, and maybe this will be good motivation for you to lose 20 pounds before summer. And nothing better than having a little bit of muscle to go along with it. So, you can see, yours truly, I'm able to keep on the muscle, even though I'm not eating 140 grams worth of protein a day. But I am drinking the cleanest and most absorbable water, deuterium free with a hydrogen bond angle of 114 degrees, and I'm also powering my body with the best light activator in the world outside of the sun. If you're not getting enough sun, if you're working night shift, then think about adding this as tools. Red light is on its own is not strong enough, and I'm proving that this way. So, tune in tomorrow for another episode with yours truly. See you then. Rest up, eat well, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.